because of all this controversy that got going yesterday. And it happens regularly. People take a little extended periodic break from social media for your mental health, for your mood, just to take some time to get away from it. But in a new poll, 36% of people say they've taken an extended break from social media because it was having a negative effect. 55% said they have not, and 10% aren't sure if they have or not, which is weird. The most likely to take extended breaks, liberal millennial men living out west. The least likely to take breaks, you would think teenagers? No. Conservative boomer women living in the Midwest are the least likely to be impacted by social media. They have or social media has the strongest hold on them. Of all the categories, those 65 and older were by far they don't take it as such an important part of their life as younger people would.
So conservative women 59 to 77 years old have the strongest hold. The social media has the strongest hold on them
in the Midwest.
Okay.
Boomer women.
That's the age of boomers.
Boomers would be how old? 59?
59 to 77.
Okay. So yeah, boomer women in the Midwest. It has the strongest hold on.
Maybe because they got nothing else to do.
That's what I'm saying. But it's probably not that big a thing in their life, so they don't feel like they need to take a hold because they're older. They're not as locked into social media as everybody else is.
And they're dating.
Yeah. 40% of adults 18 to 44 said social media had a positive effect on their lives. Only 12% of those 65 and older said it was positive. But again, not as important in their life. It doesn't carry as much weight in their life. And they pointed out that a lot of times older people only use social media to keep up with friends and family. So that's where they use Facebook or whatever to message, and they don't get into all the other aspects of it. They don't even deal with it. So it doesn't have as negative an impact because they're not even bothered by that stuff.
Yeah. Old people. Crazy old people.
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5.
Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
If you're still an influencer, you're living on borrowed time, because now there is something called, and I think this is really sad, and it just says a lot about who we've become as people. Now, the hot thing is to not be an influencer, it's to be a de-influencer. The de-influencer tells you about products you should not buy, things you should not be involved in.
And it's just so expensive. Like, this is insane. It's so expensive. This one's easy. The UGG boots. Don't buy them. They're going to be out of fashion just as quickly as they came into fashion.
So also, her whole thing is to tell you what thing, don't buy fragrances. Here's why you shouldn't buy these particular items. There was this one. There's somebody who's a de-influencer about fast food. What is so funny, TJ?
A de-influencer.
He's so dumb.
Oh, now I got it.
She out here influencing D's.
I'm a D.
Look at her. Look, what's her name? What does she do? Oh, she's a de-influencer.
She's a de-influencer. I guess it all depends on how you say it. But isn't there something sad about that? That rather than, the de-influencer. My point is that's becoming the hot thing now.
Yes, it
is to be somebody who tells people what, like, don't do this, don't do that. This product sucks. That's terrible. Here's why you shouldn't buy this product.
Yeah.
There's something mean about that. And I don't know. I don't want to be a de-influencer.
Too late.
Yeah. Some people can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. Some people can't.
You didn't even know you were a de-influencer.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I done got hot.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
Hey, get a rich friend. You're less likely to have a stroke. I find this hard to believe, but there's a study done that says being Facebook friends with wealthier or more successful people can make it less likely that you'll suffer a fatal heart attack or stroke, according to a study. They say better economic connectedness on social media displays a link to lower rates of premature death from heart disease. Previous research shows that poverty or low socioeconomic status increases the person's risk of heart disease and dying at a younger age. The findings suggest that having a connection to people with wealth or high social status could help to lessen the impact of poverty on a person's health. Would that mean having a rich friend on social media inspires you to take better care of yourself, to be more like them, to work harder?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then I didn't think of it that way because I would have thought of the other
And
way.
you also
For
look at
most
it-
people, it would make them just be angry and bitter and I don't know, jealous.
I think when you see your peers being successful, it kind of makes you feel better about your own situation. Maybe
100%, absolutely. Or it makes you realize, hey, if these are my peers, these are people that I know, they can do it. I can do it too.
Yeah.
It can be very inspiring. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unless you've fallen for the Marxist indoctrination of class warfare.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Then
saying.
you-
If you
then you
don't,
sit around.
do that, you're like, yes, this
Yeah.
is inspiring you to be better.
Sure.
If they can do it, I can do it.
I mean, if you're a normal person, those
But-
weirdos will sit around and go, "Ugh, look at him! I can't."
But that reminded me, what you consider to be wealthy is very subjective. I mean, obviously, we know Jeff Bezos is wealthy, and Bill Gates is wealthy, and Donald Trump is wealthy. But like when you're a kid, we've talked about this before. When I was a kid in central Louisiana, all the houses were ranch-style houses. I had two friends. One of them, both of them had two-story houses. One of their parents had like a big log cabin style house that the second floor was open all the way around the top. And I thought, not only are they rich, but they are rich and their whole house is just open. You know, so you would go up the stairs and then the second floor essentially was a square that went around the main room downstairs, and everybody's bedroom was off of that. So when you opened your door, you opened the door to your bedroom into the middle of the house, which was always, I thought, like, this, everybody can see everything. This is amazing. And then my other friend, his name was David Bates. His dad was in the insurance business. He's now in the insurance business. And when you went to their house, they lived out in the country, and they had 2 horses and a swimming pool, and they lived in a 2-story house.
But
Get out of here!
Just in the
They're
swimming pool.
rich.
Yeah, they are rich.
aren't they insurance masters that big into insurance?
I'm not falling
Bates,
for that one.
David Bates and his father.
But you know,
if they're an insurance ace, they probably are rich.
They are. But you know,
Yeah, you got 2 horses in a pool. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty
that's
rich.
good point. Good point.
That's like they use that as the set of the Murdaugh documentary.
Yeah, true. But in my neighborhood, there were 2 houses that were 2-story houses. One of them this kid Toby lived in, and I thought, man, yeah, y'all have 2 stories. And then my parents told me, my dad told me one time, he goes, that house isn't any bigger than the one you live in. It just happens to be 2 stories. It's built essentially straight up and down. I didn't know. I thought they have 2 stories. They have stairs. If you had stairs in your house when I was a kid, you were rich.
Yeah, he was tired of hearing you talk about it. He's like, I put a good.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I was tired of hearing my dad talk about Toby Massengale's mom and how fine she was.
Whoa.
Toby Massing, what?
That was his name, Toby Massengale.
Oh, Gale. I thought you said Massengill.
No, Toby
Like, they are rich, then they're the heirs of that fortune, the Massengill fortune.
Yeah, so like they might not have actually been rich, but you thought they were. Maybe you knew somebody whose family they had one nice car. Man, they got a new car. They're rich.
I remember my friend had his dad drank Coke in a glass bottle, and we weren't allowed to touch it. But I thought, wow, they have just Coke in a glass bottle in their refrigerator. That seemed like a very wealthy person thing.
That's
to
a
do.
great example.
And we were like, oh, you can't. Those are for his dad. He has one every night when he comes home from work. Coke in a glass bottle at your house?
I'll give you another one.
crazy.
If you had a basketball goal at your house and it was on a separate pole, like not attached to your garage or your carport or something, if it wasn't attached to the house, I was like, they must be rich. They paid for an extra pole and concrete and all to make that at their house. That's crazy.
I thought my friend's family was rich because we had tacos at his house one night, and they actually took a block of cheese and grated it, where instead of taking Kraft singles and tearing it up into small pieces and putting it on the tacos.
Another great example.
Had you ever seen cheese like that?
No. Yeah. And I was like, wow,
That's amazing.
look at that. Where do they even get that?
It's just like in a restaurant. What are they doing? So what did you have? Who was your quote unquote rich friend when you were a kid, and what made them rich? Now again, maybe they weren't rich, but you thought they were, because there are a lot of things you find out later that when you're a kid you think are like super expensive or make you very wealthy, and you find out later it's just like a natural way of life. Like if they had, man, if I had gone into somebody's house and they had Coke and Sprite and Dr. Pepper, well, they're rich.
Yeah.
They must be rich to be able to afford 3 different types of
Right. Or 3 different
drinks.
types of chips. Like if I go into someone's pantry and they have 3 chips, oof,
Yeah.
you're rich. Like this one over here.
Yeah.
Like this one over there.
Alexis,
TJ.
Alexis thought my pantry was great. Like that's rich people pantry.
Yeah.
So at the Ace TJ show,
So walk in pantry.
it's your rich friend. They might not have been rich, but what did they have that made them seem rich?
Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
There is a special edition of Share Funny Live happening today at 9. It's going to be on the right here on the app at 9 o'clock, and then it'll be available as a podcast all throughout the day. Share Funny Live taped last night at H2 Public House in Cornelius. That was the first time I'd been there. That's a great place. Cornelius, North Carolina is where H2 Public House is.
And I didn't get a chance to eat last night because we were performing, but their food is great. I've been there before. It's really good.
Well, sitting up on the stage, Rob and I kept talking about the food that people were eating right in front of us. This lady had a steak and it looked amazing.
Oh, I saw that steak.
And the mozzarella sticks were...
Those mozzarella sticks, I just kept thinking about how they would taste. Oh,
Yeah,
I could almost imagine it.
That whole table in front of us was just, they were housing food, and it was fantastic. So check it out. H2 Public House in the Jeton Village Shops in Cornelius, North Carolina. Well worth it. It was awesome.
When I got home yesterday, I had a lunch to go to, and then when I got home, my parents were there at my house, and they were watching the dog and stuff, but they were sitting on the couch side by side, intently watching the Murdaugh trial. Is it Murdoch or Murdaugh? Whatever. Murdaugh. And watching Alex or Alec, whatever his name is, testify. And I sat down there. I have not been following the case that closely, but it was riveting. I thought he did a good job on the witness stand for himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had an answer for everything.
Comes from a family of attorneys.
And he didn't deny. He's like, yeah, I stole a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm willing to answer anything, but they were way into it. But anyway, my mom left me a bunch of food, and she goes, I left you half of a coffee cake. And I'm like, oh, great. Like coffee cake. I never eat coffee cake. So last night, like right before I go to bed, I like go in there and cut off a slice of coffee cake. There's chocolate chips and brownie batter in the middle. I'm like, Mom, what is going on? That's not a coffee cake. I'm going to be 700 pounds if you keep bringing food. I'm going to be on a TLC show before you know it.
This is the third time in 2 weeks she's brought you food?
Yeah. So, and then like a big thing of chop suey as well. She made chop suey for me in a big tub.
So when she knows she's going to see you, she just kind of goes into a cooking frenzy?
Yeah, kind of. And she likes doing it. And she likes that I'm appreciative of it. My brothers aren't as appreciative, I guess.
Yeah.
But I make sure, like, after I eat it, I call her and go, oh, my gosh, it was so good. And she appreciates
That's
that.
the thing. I as a parent, you know, parents who can cook or who like to cook really like doing something special for their kids. Like when my son comes home, he always gets jambalaya because that's his favorite. And
Yeah, so I think she enjoys it, and she likes knowing that she's cooking for me, and I tell her how much I like it. So, yeah, I'm like loaded up, and I'm a little heavy on the sodium this morning, so I'm a little bloated. I've never seen a coffee cake with chocolate chips.
Yeah, that's just a cake.
And brownie batter.
What kind of coffee am I supposed to drink with it?
It's a molten coffee cake.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
A rich friend. When you were growing up, what did your quote-unquote rich friend have that made them seem rich, made you think they were rich, because they might not have always been rich. I just thought of another one. If I went to somebody's house and they had, you could get water out of the door of their refrigerator, blew my mind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because you had to have a double door refrigerator that opened, 2 doors that opened out. They didn't have a top and a bottom refrigerator like everybody else I knew had.
What about a satellite dish? That was a big thing. It was mainly just country people back then that had them because they couldn't get cable out to where they live. And they had these giant satellite dishes that looked like, they should be orbiting the moon. Way different than the way they are now. And they'd be sitting up out in their front yard.
So they might have actually been rich, but typically they had something that made you think they were rich. And in reality, they weren't. Like they had a side-by-side refrigerator.
Yeah.
Didn't mean you were rich. You get water out of the fridge. I swear I thought, God, they get cold water out of their refrigerator.
Yeah.
A couple of good ones here. Barry said, I had a buddy who, when I was in the 8th grade, was wearing Puma tennis shoes, and they had a colored stripe. And I thought, yep, he's rich.
Those Pumas?
Emily, this is kind of sad. Emily said because they would have birthday parties.
Oh.
She's never had a birthday party growing up. So just, if anybody had a birthday party, she's like, well, they're rich.
Because they had food.
Now, Walt says, my rich friend, they had an indoor pool. Well, they were probably rich if they had an indoor pool.
Yeah.
I hate an indoor pool.
Because then it smells like
Yes, thanks.
moldy. Not mold, but you know what I mean. Wet.
Like an indoor pool. Like,
Yeah.
That's not a good place. But, it smells like an indoor pool in here. Ugh.
Swampy.
Yeah. Amanda said her best friend growing up lived in a 2-story house, and they had extra rooms. Like they had a den, and then they had a room, like a playroom for the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I like that phrase, though. They had extra rooms. They had rooms they didn't even use.
Yeah.
I always used to think that anybody that had a desktop computer and a printer, they were rich. You have a printer in your house? Like growing up, I'm like, ooh, you're rich.
Oh, my God. Is this Kinko's?
Like you don't have to go to the library to print? What?
If you had encyclopedias in your house when I was a kid, and this was the pre-computer age, like, they got rich. My friend had an encyclopedia, and every time I had to do a report, hey, can I come down and borrow your encyclopedia? Like, yeah, come on down.
Mama, they got books of knowledge in their house.
I know. Shannon said, I thought when we went to McDonald's with friends and their parents got every kid their own Happy Meal, they must be rich.
Wow.
You'd have to share. Everybody gets their own Happy Meal.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Did you have any, Rob?
The only thing I could think of is a friend of mine had all the Power Rangers toys. I thought he was rich, but he really wasn't.
Yeah, so many times you find out later they're not rich. They weren't really rich. But yeah, if anybody got a brand new car, you thought they were rich.
My neighbors up the street, I always thought they were rich because they had a trampoline.
Another good one. Yeah.
But their dad was an eye doctor, so I guess they were rich.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sorry. He was the eye doctor. He was the town eye doctor. We didn't have but one.
Yeah, in a very small town.
Yeah, just like, driving past the McDonald's.
Let's see.
The weekly newspaper.
Or going through a couple of other of these. Okay, now Rosemary says their dad was a Heisman Trophy winner. Okay, well, that's whatever, man.
If you had a waterbed,
Yeah.
you were like, I thought you were rich.
Nancy said, yes, my rich friend had all the Barbies and accessories. The playroom was set up like a small city.
Whoa.
Said it was like going on a mini vacation every time you went to her house.
Look at all those Barbies.
Now, y'all are going to think this is a joke because it's funny, but I'm being serious. But I always thought that my friends who had hot moms were rich.
Why?
Because when you grow up in a small country town and you see older women, they're not hot most of the time. But when there's a hot one, you think, oh, she's got money to buy fancy clothes and she's got time to exercise because she's not having to work nonstop and all that. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Rich women are always prettier than poor women.
Say that again, TJ.
Rich women are always prettier than poor women.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, we will do wrap up the week with the week interview coming up next.
Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her
Yeah.
yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands
Whatever.
that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, then why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
I need to
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
On your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. One star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
50,000 people. That's how many Lake Norman area residents Lake Norman Currents reaches every single month. The latest news on what's happening in and around the Lake Norman area. Lake Norman Currents combines print advertising with email marketing as well as online and social media marketing. Serving the Lake Norman area for over 13 years. You can see the latest issue of Lake Norman Currents now at lncurrents.com. That's lncurrents.com.
Further proof that I'm right about Canadians being uncivilized savages. I've always said that, and people are like, no, the Canadians are such nice people. They're so nice that a guy in Canada is a puppy thief. He got arrested for being a puppy thief. Does that sound nice?
No.
Well, there are
No,
bad
it
people
doesn't.
everywhere.
No, Ace. All Canadians are shady characters. All of them. It was a 9-week-old bulldog named Tarzan. It was a couple of years ago, but its trial was just coming about. He went to meet the breeder to buy a puppy, and then he pulled a gun and took one of them and ran. He got caught, though, when he landed in the hospital after accidentally shooting himself in the leg.
Attaboy.
And so they figured out it was him and all. But a judge recently dismissed the case because while the guy was in the hospital and handcuffed to the bed, he and one of the arresting officers, one of the detectives, started jawing with each other, and the cop ended up slapping him silly while he's chained to the bed. And he also did this little thing that, it's a technicality. You're not really supposed to do this, but the cop did it. I guess he may not have known because he refused to let the guy talk to his attorney. Minor mistake. How many times does that happen? So the judge just threw it out. All the investigative work was thrown out as evidence, and so the puppy thief is a free man.
I hate that.
But it doesn't say that he was mean to the puppy. He might have stolen that puppy and loved him to death.
Yeah, just because you stole it doesn't mean you did something bad to the puppy.
No.
Gave that little bulldog puppy
You didn't
a
start
life.
off right.
Hmm?
You didn't start
Oh, I
off
know
right.
it's wrong, but I don't see things as dimly as everybody else. I didn't automatically assume he abused the puppy. I'm good like that.
Ace TJ 5G.
You know where we are, live from the Calitron Ace and TJ studios. And somebody just asked on Twitter, TJ, at the Ace TJ Show is our Twitter handle. I said, what is the code for Calitron? What?
Full mouth.
Oh, I didn't realize he was still in. So go to acetj.com/weight loss, acetj.com/weight loss to find out more about Calitron.
Yeah, there's no code.
Oh, okay. So acetj.com/weight loss, Calitron. Yeah, sorry. I know. Shocking, but their Ace and TJ Show has naming rights now.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, we've had blaming rights for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, special time of the week. We all come together. The week that was pop culture, the week that was the Ace and TJ Show reviewed for us in song. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Riggins and the week in review.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. I got pulled over by the police on Wednesday, and my attitude turned a little sour. I was absolutely flying through the suburbs at 44 miles per hour. and it just kind of bummed me out all day. So I went home and got kind of drunk. However, I'm relieved he didn't discover all the cocaine I had in the trunk. I considered flooring it to evade the cops, but there was a lot of traffic that day. I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto, so I'm pretty sure I could have gone away. And this is my song.
It's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Starbucks has new coffees with olive oil. I don't know if that'll make it thicker. Starbucks runs through me like lightning, so now it's got oil to make it even quicker. Just right through. My mom made me a coffee cake this week. I think she's trying to fatten me up a little, because how many coffee cakes have you had with chocolate chips in the middle? The Oscars have assembled a crisis team. Questions of security kept getting raised. Now you'll have Joaquin Phoenix getting choked and Meryl Streep getting tased. And this is my song.
It's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Aaron Rodgers has emerged from his darkness retreat. I don't know about the benefits, if there's any. I don't know how many darkness retreats there are in Wisconsin, but I bet there's not too many. Alexis has completed her second week of dieting, eating a lot of salads and soups. If you keep up this diet, we're going to have to hold you down by your hoops. You're going to float away. Ace announced he's trying to lose some weight. He just blurted it out without much warning. He's probably the only person at the Daytona 500 who drinks greens every single morning. And this is my song.
It's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Today is National Tartar Sauce Day. Just thought that I would share. Sometimes I'll run a bath and grab the tartar sauce and make memories right then and there. It's also National Skip the Straw Day. Pretty soon they'll be against the law. How am I supposed to drink that tartar sauce without the use of a straw? Cocaine Bear is now in theaters. Will I go see it? You bet I will. I just think the title is a little insulting because his name is Jonah Hill. And this is my song. It's called The Week in Review.
It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Look like a little cocaine bear. Cocaine bear.
Bit of a cocaine bear, that one.
My aunt, aka Auntie, has been experiencing something. She's been on a quest for a little while, and she has turned up something that is very interesting. Now, it may not be that interesting to you because you don't know my auntie. But what has happened could relate to something that has happened to you in the past, and we're going to want to know all about it. We'll tell you this whole thing. Get into it next.
Now you can hear and see the show anytime. Just click acetj.com or acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, sometimes inventions hit our lives with such force, they change everything. Wait until you hear the record that was set 17 years ago today, and how long it took for that record to be set. It'll blow your mind. Next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 17 years ago today, February 23rd, 2006. The 1 billionth legally downloaded song was purchased on iTunes. That song, Speed of Sound, from Coldplay's 2005 album X and Y. iTunes had just been created in April of 2003. So in less than 3 years, over 1 billion songs were legally downloaded. Today, that number is over.
The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, sometimes inventions hit our lives with such force, they change everything. Wait until you hear the record that was set 17 years ago today, and how long it took for that record to be set. It'll blow your mind.
More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Hold on. Am I supposed to be talking?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
Telling the world about Ace TJ Media.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, you just did. We got Ace and TJ Media. You need some advertising done. You need the production of ads for your business. Go to acetjmedia.com. We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do it. That's right. That's our slogan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it. Big weekend coming up. I guess I'm just going to the beach for the weekend. It's my brother-in-law's birthday, and so I guess everybody is assembling at the beach for his birthday, which doesn't cost me anything, so that's great. So what you into this weekend, TJ?
We're doing a small town adventure tomorrow in the biggest town we've ever done it in with the TJ and Jody's Small Town Adventures. We're going to Hickory, North Carolina.
Hickory.
I love Hickory, North Carolina. Good.
Hickory, North Carolina.
They've got some cool stuff in Hickory.
Yeah, it's a bigger city than we're normally in, but still, that's just that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Riggins, what you into this weekend other than eating all that food your mom has been leaving you for the past?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat all that. I'm into trying to figure out who's got a kind of a wackier family tree, Ace or Tech D Rob.
What do you
He's
mean?
going like to his brother-in-law's birthday, but the brother-in-law's like 20.
Yeah.
And Rob's got a niece that's like older than him.
No, I'm 6 years older. We're like brother and sister.
Yeah, right. Like who's got like a more confusing kind of age layout?
Rob can't help it because he just has a brother that's much older. It's your oldest brother, right?
My sister's 13 years older than
Your
me.
sister, okay. So it's your sister's daughter.
Yeah.
That's Rob can't help that he just happened to be born a few years before like that.
Yeah, I didn't say it was anybody's fault. I'm just saying like
It
who's
is
just
odd.
wackier.
He's not
I
right.
think mine is, if I had to judge the two, I think mine would be considered,
Yeah.
a little bit wackier. The fact that now I'm as my mother-in-law and I are the same age, and I'm slightly older than my father-in-law, and then there's all that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy looking. On paper, it's wild.
Yeah, so it's me, I believe. Sadly. Tech D Rob, what you into this weekend?
Saturday, I am hosting a murder mystery party for Meredith's birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do it at your house?
Yeah, we bought one of the. It's like a $20 thing on Amazon, and I did one at a friend's house, so I'm going to host this one for her, so her and her friends can play.
That's cool.
Fun. Very cool. That's a cool idea.
That's awesome.
Cute.
It's cutting into my D&D time, but it's fine.
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Hey, we have a member of our staff, a member of our family here on the Ace and TJ Show. His name is Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd does all of our video work and everything. He is the main behind JT Media. He's a media mogul is what he is. And he is the one responsible for our show being up on YouTube every morning, live and dead. You know, after it's already dead, he puts it up for people to listen to, and he pushes the buttons every morning to go from shot to shot. Mr. Todd working hard. So reward him for working so hard and being so pretty by watching us on YouTube, liking and subscribing and ringing the little bell. What does the little bell do, Riggins? It gives them alerts whenever something new is up on the YouTubes?
Yeah.
Okay, do that. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding, the little bell. Like this.
Ding, ding,
Just like that.
New material, new material, new material. Go get it. New YouTube. Another one. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. My aunt. I have one aunt on my mom's side, and we were always a close family when I was growing up. Small family. And I love her to pieces and back. She's one of the sweetest, kindest, most Christian living women that you could ever meet. She was adopted. So therefore, what, Riggins, in Southern terms, we ain't
blood kin.
We ain't no blood kin. So in Louisiana, they just repealed some law about unsealing your birth records and all for adoptions. So she is 63, and in September was the first time she would ever have been allowed to get her birth records and all to find out who her birth parents are and her birth family. So she did, and she did some little researching and whatever you've got to do, and she contacted a woman she believed to be her sister, and she reached out to her and said what the deal was. And I know, I don't want anything from you, all of that stuff. I'm not trying to scam you or anything. I just, was wanting to know if y'all were my family and who my parents were. And she said, I have the birth certificate. I'll send it over to you. And you can see if the signature on it, because the name was this woman's mom's name.
Okay.
And she said, I'll send you to see if the signature matches your mom's signature, because she had already been passed. And she said, let me know if I need to darken it up, because it's pretty light on there. So she sent the birth certificate and asked, well, do you need me to darken it so you can see the signature? And she goes, no, there's no need. I recognize the address. That was my mom's address. Wow. So she found her birth sister, biological sister. She also has 2 biological brothers. She was the only child that the woman gave up for adoption. And I think it the way it sounds in the speculation and all, that the mother had the older one, the older daughter, and it was with a man that was undesirable. She didn't. Maybe he had been married or something at the time, and then she was still with him, and then got pregnant with my aunt, and didn't want my aunt. She didn't want to have another baby with him because he wasn't a good person, and she gave my aunt up for adoption to keep her from being raised by that guy or being around that guy, because the sister said that we have 2 brothers, but they're from a different dad. And she said, I hope your dad isn't the same as mine, because he wasn't a good person. But all accounts, it points to the fact that they did have the same dad. And they exchanged pictures with each other, and they look exactly alike.
No way.
Yes, so close. It's just it's uncanny.
How much older is she than your aunt?
I'm not sure, but I think probably five years or so. I'm guessing.
So your aunt was the second in the line of 4, but the only one that was given up for adoption.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So is the lady excited to hear from her? Or
well,
is
that's
it
the
weird?
thing.
What?
That's the thing. She's not being mean to her or anything like that. She's being really sweet and all. But this woman's close to 70 years old and just found out that she had her mom never told her anything about having another baby and it being up for adoption and all of that. So she's, close to 70 years old, and all of a sudden she finds out, hey, there's a woman on Facebook here sending me a message that we have the same mom.
Whoa.
It would be it'd take a little something to get used to that.
And she doesn't remember at all her mom being pregnant?
No.
Wow.
No. So she may not have been 5. She may have been younger than that too, maybe. Yeah.
That must be really surreal when you get a picture back and you're like, this person looks a lot like me that I've never seen before.
Right. And so before they started, my aunt sent her a picture of herself. She had her confirm that was the birth certificate that matched her mom and all that. Because I guess that way you don't want to just say, look at me, we look alike, so we're sisters, and whatever. But just imagine being 70 and you're, kicking it around the house one day and you just find out, hey, my mom had another baby that I didn't even know about. I have a sister that's, a couple hours away.
And she's contacting me on Facebook.
Yeah,
Like, that's the craziest
And we-
message you could get.
Oh, let's see
we
who's
look
in
alike.
my inbox today. Click, click, click. Oh, look, I got a
I think
sister.
I'm your sister.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, thought we could do another edition of Family Secrets you found out as an adult. I mean, being almost 70 is really an adult to be finding out something like that. So what family secret did you find out that was shocking while you were an adult? Not as a kid, you found out that, your daddy had killed somebody. But maybe after one of your parents passed, you found out that, well, from an old friend, your mama used to run moonshine, right? Did you know that? No, I didn't. So, family secret that you found out about after you were an adult, send us a DM or comment on the social medias, wherever you want to, at the Ace TJ Show.
Hear the Ace and TJ Show anytime at acetj.com. And now you can see the Ace and TJ Show. acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
First quarter of the rest of your life, you got until Monday to tell us why and how $10,000 would change your life. acetj.com/first. It's acetj.com/first for the first quarter of the rest of your life.
I don't even know if I should bring this news on Friday when everybody's excited about the weekend and all, but we got a serious threat heading our way. Not murder hornets, but super pigs.
Super pigs.
In Canada, they've been crossbreeding these domestic pigs with wild boars to help farmers' pigs grow bigger and to be able to tolerate more cold temperatures in Canada. Well, the market on these things dropped a few years ago, and a lot of farmers just let them go, let them run wild. So now they're coming into the United States. They're heading for Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Michigan. The problem is that these super pigs are proving hard to eradicate.
Of course they are.
A spokesperson from Field and Stream said they can survive in such a cold climate. Is one of the big surprises in this issue. They feed on anything. They gobble up tons and tons of goslings and ducklings in the spring. They can take down a white-tailed deer, even an adult. Originally, it was like, wow, this is something we can hunt. But it's become clear that they're threatening our white-tailed deer, elk, and especially waterfowl. Not to mention the crop damage, and the downsides outweigh any benefit wild hogs may have as a hunting species.
So now they got into this whole thing and they realized there's no positive. The negatives are so big.
Right.
This deal.
Taking out elk.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And one of the scariest things to me in movies and all that is when murderers are wearing pig costumes, like pig masks. Like they look like evil pigs. I hate that. So that's what I'm imagining. These just wild-eyed, evil, mean pigs.
Yeah. Well,
do they have
attacking
tusks?
everything. So they even I don't think so. Attacking everything, even humans, so they can bring down a human.
That's nuts.
Okay.
So you got to get the townsfolk out to kill them.
I was going to say, couldn't they quickly go out? There can't be that many of them. They could quickly go out and just eradicate them all and be done with it, right?
Yeah, if they would do it. But, you got all those PETA people and everything that'll probably fight against it and all that. But, yeah, they need to do like people in South Louisiana do, Ace. They get all the townspeople out when the nutria get to where they're too bad, the nutri-rats, muskrats, and they have all the townsfolk come out and have a big hunt to beat them back. That's what they need to do with these pigs.
Same thing they do in the Everglades. Is it the deer population that gets so big in the Everglades and people go in and hunt, or is it the alligators, the gators? That there's something they do every few years.
Yeah.
They have to go in and they give extra licenses and have like a big hunting week, and everybody just goes in to try to kill off as much as they can.
Man, you don't mess with no crossbreeding pigs.
Crossbreeding and stuff in general is dangerous.
I bet that bacon might be good though. Or it's too tough.
Maybe
You think?
tough, yeah. Well, I don't know. Wild boar, some of it's pretty, tender. It's good.
Yeah, let's make some burgers out of
So
that.
it probably tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Super big burger.
Super big burgers.
Got pigs eating elk.
That's insane.
That is wild.
Stupid.
Just you and us. This is ATJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ dailies.
We're on YouTube right now. I guess I should apologize to Mr. Todd, who runs our YouTube, because I wore a light-colored hoodie today, and I'm not supposed to wear anything light because it washes me out because I'm so pale. Pale-face ace is what they call me.
What up, YouTube?
Yeah.
It's almost greenish.
So
Yeah, you do look you have a little green hue.
Yeah, okay. That's probably just the
Looking
color.
jaundicey.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
You got green jaundice.
You got
But
you
hey,
walking jaundice.
You are lighting up the room as the Green Lantern.
That's right. So you can check it out on YouTube, Ace TJ TV. It's Paleface Ace and TJ in the morning.
Oh, shamrock shape looking.
What?
It's like mint green.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Why are you mint green?
I think it's the way he dials down the color to try to make it darker, make it sharper on my camera, because my camera is different from everybody else's for whatever reason. We have 3 different cameras in here, and something about that makes this color, this cream-colored hoodie I'm wearing, look kind of greenish. I think
Mint chocolate.
I don't know. Thank you, Rob. You're just full of it this morning, aren't you?
I just turned on a ring light in my face.
cute.
Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's reflecting out of your glasses.
Yeah, especially from your
Like you have
glasses.
2 white dots for eyes.
I probably shouldn't do that.
You guys are so high maintenance. Me
I'm
and
not doing
Riggins
anything.
just be chilling. We don't even like worry about it.
I'm not high maintenance at all. It's just I just can't help the fact that I'm very pale.
We look like we're on a Zoom call.
Yeah, exactly.
Your skin is very high.
Y'all wonder about your lights. We over here on a 1.3 megapixel camera slapped on a Chromebook. This is as good as it's gonna get.
I know,
We got to get both of y'all in one shot. We got to do it with a different camera.
This is a struggle over here.
Y'all are lit by a neon sign behind you.
and you don't hear us complain.
Y'all sitting under the neon moon.
Yeah. Well, y'all aren't paying for it either.
Yeah, whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm not complaining. I'm making an observation that I forgot today and wore a dark. I didn't wear. It's my fault. I didn't wear a dark color like I'm supposed to wear. I'm not supposed to wear light colors anymore in here for anything. Apparently,
just in general.
It's just like a
general.
dark
Ever.
T-shirt is all I'm allowed to wear from now on for the rest of my life. Apparently.
You should have been born so white.
Yeah, Ace. Did you ever think of that?
Yeah, I should have done something about
Did you
that.
think about that?
You know. And
Yeah,
now-
don't blame Mr. Todd. Blame your Irish ancestors.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
The Ace and TJ app is made possible thanks to Papa John's Pizza. You can order online, papajohns.com. Heading into the weekend, try the new crispy Parm pizza. Parmesan cheese baked into the crust of their signature thin crust pizza. Order online, papajohns.com.
All right, we're doing another edition of Family Secrets you found out after you were an adult. One of mine was finding out, I was a teenager though, I think, finding out that my grandfather, before he met my grandmother, he was engaged to her sister.
Yeah, that's great. It's
pretty wild.
Yeah, Papa was engaged to Aunt Margie.
Papa.
But then my Nana moved to the town where they lived, and she was so beautiful that once he saw her, he was like, I don't want the sister anymore.
Were the sisters able to maintain a relationship after he moved to the other one?
Yeah.
That's got to be a tough pill to swallow. Don't you think?
Oh, well, yeah, it'd have to be.
I'm leaving you for your better looking sister.
And I'm not just saying that because she was my grandmother, but I've heard all of the stories, and I've seen pictures of her when she was young, and she looked like a movie star. So she's coming to little Jonesboro, Louisiana, showing up in there. It's like, ooh.
Oh, here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. That's what they would do. You know, showing up in the depression age. It'll lift my spirits.
Ace TJ TV is our YouTube channel. TJ, there's one here that says, my husband's grandmother found out as an adult that her sister was actually her mom. No idea who the dad is. All they know is her dad was a mean drunk and gave her up one night for liquor.
Yeah, there are a lot of situations like that where they found out that their sister was their mom. If it's just, you know, really like a teen pregnancy or something, and they say, well, we'll say the grandparents are the parents, and we'll say the mom is the sister.
Whoa.
We have a friend, one of our mentors in the radio business, was raised up until he was in middle school, thinking that his mom was his sister.
That his mom was his sister.
Yeah, he thought it was his sister.
Found out in middle school, oh, that's my mom.
Sister.
Yep.
How about that? You come home one day in the 7th grade to find out that the person you thought was your sister is really your mom.
Yeah.
You get to take the next day off after that, I think.
Yeah. This one says, I'm not going to get into all the details of it, but basically, somebody did something wrong to a member of the family, and her 2 uncles dragged him out in the woods and killed him.
Oh, they killed him.
Yeah. Which, if he did what she says that he did, then they should have. Really? Well, I don't say that. Take the law into your own hands, but I understand.
Whoa.
I mean, that's some Hills kind of stuff right there now.
Dragging him out into the woods.
And
you done smiled your last smile, brother.
And Kelly, who's watching on YouTube, says, I've been working on our family tree, and come to find out many of my cousins are my cousins on my dad's side and my mom's side. A generation or so back, there were several marriages between close cousins. Ancestry DNA shows your matches divided between maternal side, paternal side. My report has a section for matches on both, and there are hundreds of matches in that one for me.
Huh.
It's like that woman that was fathered by the OBGYN that was in, you know.
Yeah. All of those women in that town, all those people had this because he was impregnating all of them, came into his clinic.
Yeah. Finding out that, like, oh, yeah, I'm related to everybody I'm seeing on the street. That's crazy.
Everybody in the little town had to show up for DNA tests to make sure that they weren't married to a sibling. It's crazy. I mean, that's shocking.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that wasn't as much of a family secret because the families didn't know either. It was just his secret.
Only the doctor knew at the time, right? Until he got out.
Right. Wow. All right. Well, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it makes you thankful for your normal old boring family, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although, never have I thought my family was normal and boring, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Last night we did an in-person show for an audience. It's called Share Funny Live. And afterward, I think a listener approached me with a conversation that is the most personal I have ever gotten with someone that I don't know. The most personal, kind of embarrassing conversation ever. I'll tell you what it was next.
Get more Ace and TJ than ever before.
Wait a minute.
At acetj.com or acetj.tv, you can hear and see the Ace and TJ Show anytime you want. More Ace and TJ is coming up. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. AceTJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
There's a 21-year-old guy that's been accused of running naked through the halls of a hotel in Des Moines, Iowa, threatening people with a plunger and pulling fire alarms, things of that nature. His name is Trevin Hill. And they said he was just running through. One of the other guests was in the 18th floor stairwell, and he's got the plunger going after him, and he's yelling, "I'm gonna blank and get you! I'm gonna get you!"
God. Was he chasing someone or just yelling?
Yeah, just chasing
at
after
everybody. Okay.
Other people too, according to the report. Trevin was not playing.
Trevin, put the plunger down. No, I didn't. Trevin Hill. What's up? In Iowa? I go to the University of Iowa. I'm a senior. Sometimes I like to get a little crazy, dude. Get naked and chase people around with plungers.
It doesn't say if Trevin was on the dope or not, or drunk.
Yeah, probably.
He's got to be something.
Yeah, Trevin, dude. Hell yeah. Trevin.
That's your favorite part of this whole story.
Trevin Hill, dude. Hello, my name's Trevin. Booking one room for the night.
His middle name is Wayne. Trevin Wayne Hill.
Trevin Wayne Hill doing GBs in the hotel bathroom and then just ripping all your clothes off and going nuts. Probably on an edible. A couple of edibles. I did 250 milligrams, dude. I'm flying. Ate a Wonka bar before I came here. Trevin.
What's a Wonka bar?
It's like a super high-powered edible. It's a Wonka bar. Space bar.
Yeah, but it's a nice hotel. The 18th floor of the Des Moines Marriott.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but the best, dude. Yeah, you got to get it in check, man. What was he, 20?
21.
21? What are you doing? There's not a lot to do in Iowa, so he probably was just out of his mind.
But I don't know how somebody didn't just beat the crap out of him if he's running around with it, like one of the other guests or something. If he's running around threatening people. And,
yeah, they might have just thought better of it just because of he appears to be out of it. He appears to be high.
But you also don't want to get that close to a naked man.
Right.
Yeah, that's
yeah. We'll call the cops.
What's her name? Lisa. Lisa said, she fat.
Lisa.
Brevity is the soul of wit, old Billy Shakespeare said. You know? Lisa's got it.
Lisa's answer, huh? She's fat.
2 words.
I like that.
Harsh.
Tremaine said, very simple answer. I got the last name. That alone makes me better.
That's on period, honey. Okay. I like that.
No cap.
Which I don't get that slang, because that shouldn't be a positive thing. It's never usually a positive thing when you say that. It's on period.
It's on period.
I know.
Stop trying to dissect everything and just like
gross.
take it. Okay.
It's kind of gross and vulgar.
What you're saying? Sometimes just go with it.
Just go with it. Like, why do you have to just like ruin everything?
Because it's gross and vulgar.
Oh my god.
You've ruined everything.
They ruin everything all the time. It's like you can't have any fun or say any cool things in this place.
You're a serial ruiner.
You cannot come into the Ace and TJ Show studio and say cool things.
You can't. It's like, nah. Hey, protector of the language. Me. Oh, God.
Yep. I'm like those guys with the big hats outside Buckingham Palace. I am not going to crumble.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
All right, last night we did a show in person. We did a live stage show thing that we do once a month. About is what we try to do it. And during the show, I was exaggerating a condition that I have in order to be comedic, because I do suffer from the occasional hemorrhoidal flare up. And so I was going on and on about that, and the more people would laugh, the more intense I would get with the description of it. Afterward, we're putting our stuff away from, getting the table cleaned off and all, and one of the ladies in the audience walks over to the table and she said, "Hey, I work for a gastroenterologist. What was it? Enterologist. And she goes, "We can help you with your little problem." And I was speaking about my hemorrhoids. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm trying to laugh," or whatever. And she goes, "And I can't believe you didn't come to us when you got your colonoscopy a few weeks ago." Oh. And I said, "Well, I mean, my doctor did it and whatnot." And so then she looks at it, she goes, "Is it internal or external?" And I said, "I did both." Thought she was talking about the colonoscopy, because my doctor said I was doing, I think, upper and lower, whatever, colonoscopy. She goes, "No, I'm not talking about that." And then she said, "You should really come and we can take care of that problem." And I said, "Well, I can't be doing that now. I can't." She goes, "Why?" I said, I'd be embarrassed with you all up in my business. And she goes, "Yeah, but I mean, I've seen, you know how many of those procedures I've been a part of and all of that?" I said, "Yeah, but I mean, not from people that you idolize on the radio."
It's a little different.
It was an awkward conversation to overhear, I'll tell you that.
She wants to look in your butt.
Booty.
Let me look in your butt.
In your.
I think it's worded much more professionally on her end than the way you two have just worded it.
Let me look at your booty.
But no, I mean, I wasn't offended by it or anything. I just realized that is the most personal conversation I've ever had with a stranger.
Why are you being shy? Let me see that booty.
Engaged in a conversation about my innards.
Internal or external? I mean, whoa, okay, we've gone to another level here.
Yeah, I was like, well,
inside.
Should I get on the table, let you check it out, see if I'm a good candidate?
Yikes.
That would have cleared the place, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. So, put that on the record as the most personal conversation I've ever had with a stranger.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Are they internal or external?
I got rid of it, but I did have one on my shoulder. So, a hemorrhoid on my shoulder that I had to get rid of.
Perfect. We'll do the weekend review coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show is now more audio at acetj.com and more video at acetj.tv. Hear and see the show anytime, how you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Parents, listen up. Summer camp registration is now open for Gaston County YMCA summer camps. Camp options for ages 3 years through 9th grade, and there are camps offered every single week from May 29th through August 11th. There's so many different types of camps to choose from, and my favorite part, they serve free lunch. I love that. But you can go to GastonYMCA.org to see what options you have for camps and to register your kids.
And to register your kids.
Register your kids.
You can register your kids.
Make them do some stuff this summer instead of playing video games.
This is the new version of go outside and do something.
Yeah, exactly.
So my mom used to tell us all the time. Okay, so new in theaters this weekend, Cocaine Bear. Again, inspired by a 1985 true story of a black bear that overdosed on cocaine that had been dropped by drug smugglers. So it is based upon a true story, but what you will see in the movie, not all true. Also, Mummies in limited release and Jesus Revolution with Kelsey Grammer. PG-13 is out all over the country.
Mummies like the mummy?
An animated adventure about a group of Egyptian mummies who enter the land of the living and travel to present-day London to get back a royal wedding ring from an archaeologist who stole it before their pharaoh finds out.
Lit. I like mummy stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. New music, Gorillaz. New album out today. Also, Adam Lambert has an album, a covers album out. Logic has one out today.
Has anybody seen the Gorillas? Do they know what they look like, or is that another group that doesn't show their face?
I don't think they show their faces.
No, he's out.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay.
But what was that last one you said, Ace?
Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert.
Covers album and Logic.
Logic.
Logic's eighth album out today.
Right. How many albums is that from Logic since he retired?
This is like the third or fourth since he retired. And then, of course,
I wonder if he's going to talk about being mixed.
The one I can't wait to listen to on my way to the beach this weekend, Steel Panther's sixth album, On the Prowl, is out today, which is epic and awesome. They have a song in there called 1987 that's pretty fun.
Oh, the 80s. God, the 80s. We miss you. We love you.
I love Steel Panther.
It's about drinking from the hose.
They're fun. Yeah, Steel Panther's really fun. I love them.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. They were in town, what, a month ago? Into January? But it was on a Sunday night. And that's not a good way to start a week going to a concert. And they have 103 complaints registered with the FCC about Rihanna's halftime show. By way of comparison, the 2004 show, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, had 540,000 complaints. So virtually nobody complained about Rihanna.
Ace TJ 5G.
Hey, it's Riggins from the Ace and TJ Show, reminding you that every Friday I do the Week in Review, which is sponsored by Calitrin. Learn more at acetj.com/weight loss.
You know where we are, live from the Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. And somebody just asked on Twitter, TJ, at the Ace TJ Show is our Twitter handle. I said, what is the code for Calitrin? What?
Full mouth.
Oh, I didn't realize he was still in. So go to acetj.com/weight loss, acetj.com/weight loss to find out more about Calitrin.
Yeah, there's no code.
Oh, okay. So acetj.com/weight loss, Calitrin. Yeah, sorry. I know. Shocking, but their Ace and TJ Show has naming rights now.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, we've had blaming rights for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, special time of the week. We all come together. The week that was pop culture, the week that was the Ace and TJ Show reviewed for us in song. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Riggins and the Week in Review.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. I got pulled over by the police on Wednesday, and my attitude turned a little sour. I was absolutely flying through the suburbs at 44 miles per hour. And it just kind of bummed me out all day, so I went home and got kind of drunk. However, I'm relieved he didn't discover all the cocaine I had in the trunk. I considered flooring it to evade the cops, but there was a lot of traffic that day. I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto, so I'm pretty sure I could have gone away. And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review.
It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Starbucks has new coffees with olive oil. I don't know if that'll make it thicker. Starbucks runs through me like lightning, so now it's got oil to make it even quicker. Just right through. My mom said, my mom made me a coffee cake this week. I think she's trying to fatten me up a little because how many coffee cakes have you had with chocolate chips in the middle? The Oscars have assembled a crisis team. Questions of security kept getting raised. Now you'll have Joaquin Phoenix getting choked and Meryl Streep getting tased. And this is my song.
It's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Aaron Rodgers has emerged from his darkness retreat. I don't know about the benefits, if there's any. I don't know how many darkness retreats there are in Wisconsin, but I bet there's not too many. Alexis has completed her second week of dieting, eating a lot of salads and soups. If you keep up this diet, we're going to have to hold you down by your hoops. You're going to float away. Ace announced he's trying to lose some weight. He just blurted it out without much warning. He's probably the only person at the Daytona 500 who drinks greens every single morning. And this is my song. It's called
The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Today is National Tartar Sauce Day. Just thought that I would share. Sometimes I'll run a bath and grab the tartar sauce and make memories right then and there. It's also National Skip the Straw Day. Pretty soon they'll be against the law. How am I supposed to drink that tartar sauce without the use of a straw? Cocaine Bear is now in theaters. Will I go see it? You bet I will. I just think the title is a little insulting because his name is Jonah Hill. And this is my song. It's called The Week in Review.
It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
watching morning radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
Hey. All right, we have our charity Peyton's Promise. We just like out here giving people all kinds of charity. We're doling out charity. We got us some charity. We want to give you some charity. Wouldn't be possible without great support from people like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team. If you need anything done about housing, whether you're buying, selling, renting, want to do investment properties, whatever, then it is the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. Go to acetj.com/Temple team.
I want to find out how two boys from Louisiana would handle this situation.
This will be good.
Cheesecake Factory, Miami, Florida, lunchtime, diners spot a rat hanging from the vent. They alert the staff of the Cheesecake Factory. They say, hey, there's a rat. And he's literally hanging upside down like damn Ratatouille.
Oh, no.
They get it down within a minute and a half, capture it in a trash can. They release it outside. Then dinner time rolls around. The rat appears in the same area, hanging from a different vent. That video also captured, spread all over the internet. So I know Cheesecake Factory can't be that thrilled that this rat was spotted twice in a day. Now, the question to the two Louisiana boys, what did they do wrong?
They didn't kill the rat.
They didn't kill the rat.
They didn't kill the
Yeah,
rat,
that
right?
rat knows how to get in there.
It's Seattle, though.
It's Miami.
Oh, Miami, yeah.
You got to kill the rat.
Same concept. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But they, I mean, you poke it with a broom handle, they catch it in the garbage can. I thought, okay, that's a good start. But then you got to eliminate the threat, or at least take it away from the Cheesecake Factory property. It's back 2 hours later.
As soon as they let it go, it goes right back to however it entered the building.
Yeah.
Because that's what it knows, and it knows there's plenty of food there. That's why it's there to begin with. So it just, it's right back in.
Yeah, go feed it to the feral cats out there.
Or alligator. I'm sure there's an alligator in Miami that'll eat it.
Yeah.
Or stomp its head. Whatever you got. Would you be able to kill it though, Riggins? You don't like killing animals. Would you kill a rat?
I don't, but I consider a rat a pest.
Yeah.
And if it's messing up the business, then
And
you
that's
gotta.
a brave rat coming out when there's so many people there.
Yeah, but I mean,
and may have babies in that same spot. That's why it keeps coming back.
Here's my question. Does that end your dining experience if you look up and see a rat hanging from a vent? You're done for the day?
If I look up and see the sign that says Cheesecake Factory, it ends my dining.
Ace TJ 5G. This is Ace TJ TV. The Ace and TJ Show will be right back.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
They've done the survey of 1,000 Americans, and they ask, what is the friendliest part of the country? Their choices were the South, the Northeast, the West, and the Midwest. And by far, way out front, the South is ranked the friendliest people. The Midwest is next, followed by West, and Northeast is voted the rudest. Because, I mean, they really don't have a lot to be happy about up
It's
there.
too cold up there.
Well, and it's dirty, and
There's huge rats.
yeah, and they're living under iron-fisted regimes. Just not good. Who has the worst weather? Midwest, and then the South was next in that.
So
which
the
is a
South,
lie.
the South because of the heat, and the Midwest because of what, the cold?
I don't know. Who has the thickest accent? South dominated that as well. Yes.
Yes.
The wonderful, charming Southern accent.
Very sexy Southern accent.
Followed by the Northeast. Those Mainas. And then,
Pack the cat, kid. Pack the cat.
And those New Yorkers. Where's the best place for a vacation? The South. Who has the highest cost of living? West. Northeast is second. Where do most of the people who quote unquote run things come from? In 1983, when they did this survey, Northeast won that. But they had a huge margin in that, but now the South is second, a close second.
Like run things?
We run things.
Like what things are y'all running?
Companies, corporations are putting their headquarters in the South because it's not as oppressive, or not supposed to be as oppressive with taxes and all of that stuff. But it's getting more and more that way in the South. But still, we're holding on. The best place to be and the best people you're going to find in the South. The most moral, the most likely to get into heaven. The most charitable, the funniest, wittiest, best looking. All of that was in the survey. I just don't have time to give the stats on it.
I think
but especially the best looking.
Skinner said it best. American by birth, Southern by the grace of God.
Oof.
Yes. Skinner said that, and every old man's bumper growing up.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
If you want to sleep better and lose weight, then the product that you need is called Calitrin, or you can pronounce it Calitrin. Very easy for you to get. Just go to acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line, because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean.
So, Alexis, I don't know if I've asked you this or not. Does your boyfriend have a problem with us saying that he's putting you on a diet and he thinks you need to lose weight and all that stupidness we carry on?
No.
Or does he just laugh?
He just laughs.
I mean, it's not true, but he just laughs because I'm saying it.
Yeah, he thinks you guys are so funny.
So yesterday was the first full day of your new nutrition plan.
Yep.
How did it go?
Well, lunch was great. I had a little bit of steak and a few shrimp and some rice. So I was excited. I was like, okay, this is good. I'm going to be able to do this. And then we went for a walk, and then dinner time came around. And my dinner was a peanut butter protein smoothie and half a turkey sandwich, and I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, you can't be eating a big meal before you go to bed.
It was so good. Half a turkey sandwich.
When she's used to eating half a turkey.
I was like, where's the mashed potatoes? This is not hearty enough for dinner.
Were you full when you went to bed? Were you satisfied?
No, I was not satisfied.
Did you wake up with your stomach growling this morning?
I actually felt good.
You did?
Yeah, waking up.
Because you weren't all weighed down.
Exactly.
At night, sweating all through the night, trying to burn off some, some chicken nuggets.
But still, I was like, oh, yum.
Their wife or husband or girlfriend, boyfriend is a plumper, chubby chaser. So, he could be giving you stuff that you think is going to help you get in shape and all that, and he's just giving you stuff that's going to make you a sweet candy-coated mess.
A fatty on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be
better not.
Gotta be cautious.
Maybe a plumper.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw my meal for today, it's a very small portion, and I was not happy about it. I was like, this is all I have to eat? Like, I'm going to starve.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a quarter cup or half cup of bacon grease, it's not much, but it'll do the trick if he's a plumper.
Right.
Yeah.
He better not be plumping me up.
She's like, why are there marshmallows in my protein shake? They're healthy marshmallows. They're diet marshmallows.
That's healthy ice cream. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah.
Who put hot fudge on my chicken taco?
Mornings just got way better. You can now watch the Ace and TJ show live, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and wake up with us every morning. This is Ace TJ TV.
From the Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. That's what we're doing. If we put a little partition up over there, we can make it 3 studios, so we can have even more. But we got 2 rooms, and Calitrin is on the name of both of them, the studios. The Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. If you want to lose weight, go to acetj.com/weight loss. Order Calitrin today.
I like the way you say that, TJ. From the Calitrin Ace and TJ studios, this is the Ace and TJ show.
It's big time.
Yeah.
And put up that partition. Oh, that's fun.
Not fun. Not in front of
Well,
you.
he didn't
Riggins.
mean in,
I meant in front of somebody else.
Oh, just her. Put her in a box.
Somebody else, whatever.
He stays putting me in a box. So what's new?
A figurative
Yeah,
box.
always.
Yeah.
Well, then one day we'll do a big social media post of me unboxing you.
Okay.
Well, that'd be killer. I would watch that. We're unboxing an Alexis. There's a dental hygienist named Jess Potter. You're a wizard, Jess. Jess Potter. She's in the UK. They do have dental hygienists there, despite what some obnoxious TikTok users say. But she had some interesting advice for families. She said, I think families should start sharing a toothbrush.
Ew.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why?
That's a clickbait.
It was a little bit of a clickbait situation. She said, you know, it's cost effective. Everybody can use the same brush, so there's not a bunch of clutter sitting around your bathroom. But the clickbait part of it is that she recommends a family sharing an electric toothbrush where you can swap out the heads.
And then when I was reading that, because I fell for the headline, and I'm thinking, now who in the world is a British high?
Yeah.
Do you think for 1 second my wife would share anything close to a toothbrush with me?
No.
Changing out the heads on an electric toothbrush every time
Not
wouldn't
gonna-
cut it.
So even
That
then,
would not cut
she wouldn't share with you.
No.
My wife, I have an electric toothbrush at home, but if we travel, I just throw my regular, toothbrush, like a regular toothbrush, in there because it just saves so much room. And she has no problem going there. I need to borrow your toothbrush. And just using it.
I can't do that.
It's not so much. It is like a lot of it is that Jody would think it's nasty, but the other thing mainly is that just the fact that she doesn't want to share.
Right. It's the no sharing.
She's
thing.
stingy.
Yeah.
She's real stingy like that. Plus, her toothbrush must be.
It's huge. It's got one of those battery packs, the backpack things, like a leaf blower.
I mean, just monstrous, big. But that's
I mean, when she goes to the dentist, when she's getting her teeth cleaned, they got to bring in one of those people that cleans windows in skyscrapers.
with the thing.
Yeah, it's the giant squeegee.
They should charge her extra, charge her double.
They do.
That was just one thing that popped up on my feed on TikTok. TikTok seems to know what kind of mood I'm in when it starts showing me things, but then sometimes it'll just wreck my day. Like when they start showing me like the overly emotional stuff, I'm like,
Oh, I don't want to
what
see
is
that
it?
TikTok.
Why is
Yeah.
it doing that? Like the other one the other day, this guy had a dog that was always got the paper in the morning, and the dog was blind, became blind in older age. It was like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old golden retriever, and he stopped getting the paper, but he kept one paper and would go put it out on the end of the driveway every morning so that the dog could go out and get it as part of his routine, even though the dog was blind and he didn't want the paper anymore. And I went, oh no, that was just killer. It was so sweet.
Dumb dog.
Dumb dog. No.
Falling for that trick.
Yeah, well, he did fall for the trick.
I'm kidding.
That is true. But what's something, the thing on your feed, what is a wild or unforgettable piece of content that popped up on your feed recently? Any social media platform, doesn't matter. Maybe it was a great conspiracy theory about Kraft macaroni and cheese. Or maybe it was a video of a woman breastfeeding her teenage sons. You know.
Just to be clear, is there a Kraft macaroni and cheese conspiracy theory?
Yes.
There is?
Yes.
I need to know more about that.
Well, I don't want to upset the people from Kraft Heinz America or whatever.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Tell me
probably, I got you.
I'm curious now, though. I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I got you. So what is it? The thing on my feed. What is it? At the Ace TJ Show. We'll find out coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show 5G app is sponsored by Papa John's. Order now on our app, the Papa John's app, or papajohns.com. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
And today in history, a superstar got married. And for many people, they believe it was the beginning of the end. We'll give you the details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon. What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and it was 31 years ago today, February 24th, 1992, that Kurt Cobain, a newly minted superstar off the back of Smells Like Teen Spirit and an album Nevermind, his career exploding, married Courtney Love. Many people say this was the beginning of the end for Kurt Cobain because tragically, 2 years later, he would commit suicide. That's Today in History.
You're what? Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
If you ask yourself or anybody in your family or your friends, what do I do this weekend? Here's what you do. Go to your computer, get on your phone, go to acetj.com/Gaston. There is a whole list of incredible things you can do in Gaston County right now. Great list of things to do, great places to eat and drink, great places to stay and events and everything else that goes on and on and on. Because in Gaston County now, wonderful places to hike, zip lines, mountains to climb, casinos, family fun, college sports, the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. You really will be pleasantly surprised at the number of great things you can do in Gaston County, especially the Ridgeline Craft and Beverage Trail. Breweries, distilleries, wineries throughout Gaston and Cleveland County, they kind of make it wind through and give you a way to know exactly what's going on at each individual one and what's happening. And next weekend, on Friday, filming a special edition of Ace at Large by going along part of the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail and be taking members of the radio family with us. We'll give you details about that on Monday. So go to acetj.com/Gaston. In all seriousness, there is a lot of cool stuff, way more than you ever thought, happening in Gaston County. And it's all happening right now. acetj.com/Gaston.
So Tech D Rob Hello. You there, Rob? It's me, Margaret.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Do you know what the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were called when they debuted in England?
I do not.
I thought you were a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
I mean, I liked them when I was a kid.
You still wear their T-shirts and stuff, and you say that you run around talking about how you got turtle power.
He's a fraud.
I do say I got turtle power.
He moves like a turtle.
And you live in the sewer.
I look like a turtle.
So
What's
you
that?
move like a turtle.
Oh, not anymore.
They were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK when they debuted in the 80s because ninja had violent connotations.
Oh.
So
Hero
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Well, and I don't get why there's people get so worried about what the title insinuates when the content of the show is completely built around them ninja and the bad guys.
Judy Choppin.
So even if you said they're Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and you turn it on thinking they're not going to be violent, within 5 minutes you're going to see them ninja in some damn body.
True.
It's true.
So then you just made the people mad. Said, well, they should have told me there was going to be ninja in this.
I thought they were heroes.
Yeah. And that also, I think, is a little racist to assume that ninjas can't be heroes.
Right. Or that they can't be nice.
Yeah.
Not violent. A ninja can just decide.
My goodness.
I'm a good ninja.
Yeah.
I'm a nice ninja.
I'm a nice ninja.
I want to know what they got against green people.
Ooh.
I think it's a little racist, too.
Yeah.
Against the green people. The turtles.
All the green people.
I've never watched any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows at all. I mean, I've seen the little clips here or there about what they do, turtle power, and do they touch rings or something?
No.
And I know they're all named after artists, right?
Yep.
And the pizza looks really good too that they eat all the time.
You are really hungry, aren't you?
Sorry.
You gotta get it together over there.
Pizza and turtles eating in the sewer. Looks good.
Have you seen that animated pizza?
Oh, wow.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
If you're still an influencer, you're living on borrowed time because now there is something called, and I think this is really sad, and it just says a lot about who we've become as people. Now, the hot thing is to not be an influencer, it's to be a de-influencer. The de-influencer tells you about products you should not buy, things you should not be involved in.
And it's just so expensive. Like, this is insane. It's so expensive. This one's easy. The Ugg boots. Don't buy them. They're going to be out of fashion just as quickly as they came into fashion.
So her whole thing is to tell you what thing don't buy fragrances. Here's why you shouldn't buy these particular items. There was this one. There's somebody who's a de-influencer about fast food. What is so funny, TJ?
A de-influencer.
He's so dumb.
Oh, now I got it.
She out here influencing D's.
I'm a
Look at her. Look, what's her name? What does she do? Oh, she's a de-influencer.
She's a de-influencer. I guess it all depends on how you say it. But isn't there something sad about that? That rather than, the de-influencer. My point is that's becoming the hot thing now.
Yes, it
is to be somebody who tells people don't do this, don't do that. This product sucks. That's terrible. Here's why you shouldn't buy this product.
Yeah.
There's something mean about that. And I don't know. I don't want to be a de-influencer.
Too late.
Some people can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. Some people can't.
You didn't even know you were a de-influencer.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I done got hot.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Make sure you're watching the Ace and TJ Show on YouTube. YouTube.com at. I'm sorry, I'm tired. YouTube.com/at AceTJTV. It's a bit of a mouthful, but if you just look up Ace TJ TV on YouTube, you'll find it.
It's all there.
Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you never miss when new content is posted. And there's new content every day. You know, new content all the time.
A lot of new content every day.
Because we're content creators.
We're creators.
Thanks to Mr. Todd behind the scenes. We were talking about the thing on my feed. What's a wild or unforgettable piece of content that popped up on your feed recently? And people are sharing theirs at the Ace TJ Show social media. Christine said that NASA dolphin thing. I've officially been grossed out for days. And we've discussed this on the show before. That was the NASA project where they were trying to teach dolphins how to mimic human speech. A couple of the dolphins and the person that was in charge of that project ended up forming a sexual relationship with one of the dolphins. And it was documented. So it started as a NASA project, and then it became sort of this weird nature story, but also like salacious and gross. And
so they took the N off of it.
Yep. So she saw that for the first time.
That's hot.
It's so hot. Somebody shared a picture of an Amethymus spider that is from Malaysia, apparently.
That's one that popped up on my Twitter feed the other day, and it's wild.
It's the size of a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about those before.
Yeah,
I think it was on
no.
Share Funny we were talking about
That
that.
thing, it popped up on my Twitter this past week, and that freaked me out.
Imagine if that was on your head.
Oh.
It's like the size of your head. It would just wrap around.
Imagine if it was on your head. Yeah, that would be horrible. I hate spiders. Ugh. Way worse than snakes. I find spiders so gross.
Oh, do you remember when I was getting all this stuff about crazy species of beetles? Remember I showed you that?
Yeah.
And then some of them were really disgusting. I don't know how I ended up getting all that.
Like the size of your hand.
Yeah.
People collecting them. Oh, it's so
Creepy.
gross. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I don't even like looking at
That
it.
spider thing is.
I don't like that.
That was going to be my example. I didn't remember the name of the spider, but it's wild.
And those spider hairs. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, she got them spider hairs.
Listen to spider hairs.
Yeah.
Spider hairs.
Linda said those turbine windmills being built off the East Coast, damaging ocean life and birds. It's killing the whales.
It is. They're washing up on shores because of those windmills. And then dolphins did. There was oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe it was a great white shark or something. Yeah, it's killing a bunch of the sea life there, all of the windmills that they're putting in the ocean off of the Jersey shore.
I hate that. Love the dolphin.
Environmentalism, man. Killing things.
It's crazy. It's like the opposite of the sea turtle thing.
Yeah.
You know, that caused a movement one way. This might do the opposite. Yeah. You know what content I love are, and this doesn't seem like it would be my thing, this new thing at weddings where, I don't know if it's new, but they do the first look where the bride gets to see the father of her father in the wedding dress before the ceremony. I think it's so sweet. But the other day I saw one where she gets to reach around a corner and hold her husband's hand or her fiance's hand. But what she doesn't know, it's not her husband on the other side. It's her brother who's just come back from like Afghanistan. I'm like, oh, they doubled up on like the tearjerker
So
moment.
then he comes around the corner to surprise her?
And it's her brother who's just come back from like overseas in his uniform.
You know, they do the thing around the corner, hold hands, and they do a prayer so they don't see each other before the wedding. And they take the picture of that now. It's kind of a common thing, I guess. But so when she reaches around, it's her brother, and then he comes around and surprises her?
Yes, that was just so
cry.
that was
that's
wrecked.
awesome.
But you think she felt creepy for a second? It's like because she was holding because you hold your you grab your sibling's hand a different way than you do your significant other.
Yeah,
like she thinks she might have been. She was like,
don't ruin this beautiful thing.
Ruin everything.
He's like,
he would ruin.
See how he likes
like
the
maybe
first
she
bubbles.
was Like she held his hand, but did that whole thing where she like moved her finger across the palm of his hand, and then realized, oh my God, that was my brother. No, I'm glad to see you, but
you think women do that with the
Review
finger?
is sponsored by Calotren. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to find out more about Calotren. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her
Yeah.
yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands
Whatever.
that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, then why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
I need to make.
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
On your laptop one time, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. One star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
If you've been thinking any thought whatsoever to buying a new home or listing your home, here's what you do. Call 704-439-6232. That is the number for Melissa Chambers and her team, Chambers and Associates Realty. They are experienced. They are knowledgeable. Whether it's buying, selling, investing, Chambers and Associates can take care of all of your real estate needs. And that includes free help with your staging of your home and your decluttering. Give them a call today. Let them walk you through all of your real estate options, because trust me, there are a lot of different programs and different options that are out there right now that weigh heavily on how you make a decision with what you do with your house or what you buy. Call Melissa Chambers, 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or go online, lkncharlottehomes.com/AceTJ.
Do y'all have like a go-to quick snack? Like that's like the perfect bite? Like if you just need something quick, like that's what you're going for without cooking much?
You mean like certain kinds of chips or something like that?
Or is it like a chip? Is that usually what it is? Or like crackers?
I'll do like a turkey sandwich, like just bread, turkey, mayonnaise, and a slice of cheese.
Is that a snack or a meal?
It's a snack because I'm not cooking it.
Yeah, right. I get it.
It's not toasted or anything.
I could go for a snack. How about a turkey sandwich with mayo, mustard?
Yeah, it doesn't have lettuce, it doesn't have
Just a little
tomatoes.
something to take the edge off.
It's just like one slice.
Yeah, like a hoagie.
I'm thinking about like
Maybe half a bag of chips with some salsa. I don't know.
Mine's a handful of veggie straws. Those little chips.
That's a
veggie
good
straw
idea.
Things.
Ace is a big trail mix guy.
Yeah, I like trail mix or chips. I like and just grab a handful of chips is always good.
Yeah, there's a girl on TikTok. Her name's Claire, young woman on TikTok, I should say. This is what she does. She pulls out a frying pan, puts a slice of American cheese or whatever cheese she has, starts frying it in the pan, and then lays a kosher pickle spear in the middle of the cheese slice.
Yeah, I saw that and I would tear it up.
And then as the cheese starts to brown around the outside, she wraps it over the pickle, and then eats like this cheese pickle, hot cheese pickle. Girl, you look like a hot cheese pickle. And then,
that looks delicious.
It looks delicious,
right?
Dip that in some ranch.
Yeah, and she said it's so good it like satisfies all the cravings. Like
snack as the size of the portion.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what the food is like or what you got to do to get it.
I just always had thought a snack is something you can grab real quick. You don't need
Yeah, but that only takes a second. I mean, that takes less time than a grilled cheese, I think.
See, like Ace, the thought of pulling out a frying pan for Ace is like you might as well
I'm
be
cooking now. I might as well be making a spaghetti meal
He's
or
just
something.
kidding
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
first quarter of the rest of your life, how would $10,000 change your life forever? Forever. All you have to do is head over to acetj.com/first. Tell us in 100 words or less how $10,000 would change your life. Should be a pretty easy feat. I mean, $10,000 would probably change a lot of people's lives. So,
got to be big though. I mean, it's going to have to be a game changer for you and your entire family or something.
yeah,
like that.
not like you need new curtains.
Right, exactly.
$10,000 with the curtains.
That'd be dope. They're gonna be sweet curtains.
Or like if they want an indoor pool, that doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Right.
I want a hot tub.
I want to find out what pool you can buy for $10,000.
Yeah, I want an unlimited supply of mozzarella sticks. That would change my life. So acetj.com/first. You got a couple more days to get that in.
Yeah, the unlimited supply of mozzarella sticks would not change your life for the better, though.
No, yeah.
I mean, the temporary better, but then you'd have lots of issues afterwards.
I'd be backed up.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Aaron Robinson who's completed 63 marathons in 63 days. Goodness. He is now the Guinness World Record holder for completing the most marathons, in the same amount of days. The previous record was 62. Now, a reminder, 26 miles in a marathon. He does that every day before work.
What do you mean before work? So he wakes up
starts at like 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Starts like early in the morning and takes his 2 dogs with him. He's got these 2, I think they're Australian Shepherds, like working dogs. So they're just, he said, I'm basically taking them on a 4-hour walk every day or a 5-hour walk every day. And they are just like in pig heaven because like that's what they do. They want to work and run. So he's doing 26 miles every single day before work.
Yeah. The most I ever did in a row was, I think it was 33 days.
Is that right?
Yeah. I never came close to, I mean, I am nowhere near what this guy is. Yeah, 33 was my limit.
Wow.
33 marathons.
Yeah. So now he's got the Guinness record. And the story became more about the dogs. He said it's a good bonding thing because they're border collies. They're working dogs, and if they weren't pets, they would be used to working on a farm all day. So they're very used to running and working hard. And actually, the cruel thing is to keep them inside.
Yeah, so for them, it's good. It's great for them.
Yeah.
Or Arizona? From the open border collies?
No. Well, yes.
Border
collie.
The open border collies.
Border collie. They got cool names, Inca and River. Good
Ooh,
names for dogs.
Those are really good names.
Yeah.
Inca.
River's a
Inca.
really good dog name.
Inca and River.
I don't care much for that Inca.
Inca?
She seems kind of stuck up.
She might be. But it did put everything in perspective for me because last night I was eating a coffee cake with chocolate chips on the inside, and I'm thinking Aaron Robinson's probably not doing this tonight. He's probably getting his sleep so he can run another 26 miles in the morning. It's a little different, but kind of close in some ways. We're both committed.
If you had the coffee cake, do you think you could wake up the next morning and run 1 mile?
I don't know if I could walk 1 mile.
Ace and TJ. Thanks for watching the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV, a JT Media live production